Back, you're watching Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. I'm John Tobacco. We are not in the Question Tequila and Hooters Heat Studios in Lower Manhattan today. We took the show on the road. We're in Atlantic City, New Jersey, in the beautiful Garden State. And when you have a wicked Freaky Friday show like this, you can't just end it with a whimper. You got to bring in like Mariano Rivera as the closer. And to close out today's show, not one, but two closers. I want to talk to you a little more about your future, your retirement, and how you can improve and empower yourself through earning some passive income with the SAFETek system. And joining me again, President of SAFETek, Jeremy Roma is here. Also, Peter Allard joins us. He's the Director of Operations for SAFETek. Guys, thank you for spending some time with us here in the Garden State. I know you guys are visiting. You made the trek all the way down, but Jeremy, we had you on a little earlier talking about how this whole thing comes together, but what people might not realize at home, they want to get involved in the new big data economy and the digital economy and the mining economy, that a lot of this stuff comes back to cost of power, electric.
Yeah.
And Peter has put a dynamic, paradigm-changing piece of technology in the SAFETek's arsenal. Yeah. Peter, why don't you talk about how it gives a competitive advantage to SAFETek using some of your great techniques?
Yeah, absolutely, John. Appreciate the question. My 20 plus years background in the energy industry across North America, working on projects in multi-billion dollar CapEx on a very wide discipline of multi-technical teams. I've learned a couple of things, and one of those is that the almighty sustainable factor is your long-term operational costs to sustain any operation. And it doesn't matter, John, whether it's the energy industry or we're stepping forward into some new paradigm-changing technologies. We need to leverage some of the principles that have proven themselves over time. And that's been a really big piece of what we focused on, is the ongoing operational costs of the facilities. So strategically, we've developed a team of very, very strong folks that have demonstrated experience in large-scale facilities such as these, that we go through very strict feasibility studies before we enter into any contractual agreements to ensure that long-term the front-end investors, the SAFETek and the SAFETek brands can feel comfortable, right? And I believe that the people that are steering the ship, including Mr. Roma here, really are setting us up nicely for success.
So Jeremy, you run one of the fastest growing subsidiaries of InvestView, the public company, and this is the SAFETek's division, bundles up to SAFETek, which you're the president of. I'm trying to break it down to like simple form for our audience. They're learning, and I'm trying to teach them. And InvestView, our mission is to educate and empower investors. You want to get involved in the digital economy, you need these high-powered, high-speed processing cards. The thing that drives it is power. Peter figured out a way to get us cheaper power and amp up the performance. How does that turn into better returns and a more marketable product for those of our guests at home who or baby boomers, and they're looking at other ways to get passive income?
Yeah, it's we can break the SAFETek model down to a really simple 3 steps, and you don't have to know anything about technology. You don't have to know anything about data mining or AI or cryptocurrency. It's this simple. You purchase a hardware package. In the purchase process, you have the opportunity to enter into a lease agreement with SAFETek, where we are going to lease that hardware for $500 a month, paying you every month for 60 months. And in the process, you enter into a protection plan policy. It's all done literally. We have folks that have no clue about data technology who are earning passive income every single month because they own the asset. It's no different than someone who may purchase a home and say, I'm going to lease this out, and it becomes a hard asset. It's a technology asset. You own a computer system, and it generates profits and revenue in our hands, and we're willing to lease that from you for 60 months.
Jeremy, I just want to clarify this for our audience. It's a little different than owning a home and being a landlord, because If you own a home and you rent it out, you're getting phone calls twice a month. The
That's a
roof
good
is
point.
leaking, nobody's shoveled the snow in front of the house. You buy an Apex card, you're a participant in the new economy, you get a serial number, you own an asset, it's yours, it's insured and guaranteed. But SAFETek is never going to call the
Ever.
people up and say, hey, you need to upgrade your technology.
That's right.
You're not going to call them up and say, hey, power costs went up a little bit, or
right.
Bitcoin prices went down a little bit. This is a fixed
It's a great
return
point. Great
of
point.
$500. Warren Buffett says you got to figure, to build real wealth, you got to figure out ways to make money while you sleep.
Yeah.
And as long as you educate yourself and you empower yourself, you buy an Apex system and you're literally making money while you sleep.
That's it. We handle everything turnkey, and it's phenomenal. You get paid every month like clockwork, and it's our responsibility to continue to grow the profit margins and protect the risk for those involved. And at the end of the day, we even have a protection plan in place that is tied into a full insurance binder that protects that end user. So it's just an incredible opportunity for the everyday person to say, hey, I own assets and I make passive income every single month.
Hey, I don't come on this show every day and talk to people about my investments, my portfolios, or what I'm doing in life. But when I believe in something, I want to tell you what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing, and I'm with these guys. We're changing the world in the way you can make some passive income. I want to thank the Surf Bar from right here in the Showboat for sending us down some pizzas and cocktails and all that good stuff. We're going to have a little after party right here. And you stay right here. National Report comes up next with Bob Sellers and Allison Maloney. 7 p.m. tonight, Greg Kelly reports. And Monday, same bat time,